Please pass it on. Namaste, please pass it on. Okay. Yeah, and wish you all a very happy Diwali and welcome back. How many new? How many don't know me? How many new? How many people new? First time? First time? First time? Anybody else first time? Okay. Any idea of Tai Chi? So anybody who's new, please pick up those cards so you will get an overall idea of what is Tai Chi. Okay, because we are not going to go into basic things of what is Tai Chi and all. So you can just read that. There's a brief explanation of what is Tai Chi, what is Qigong, who is Carlton Hill, what is the organization and what all we do. Okay, so that we can straight away go to our subject, Tai Chi, Qigong, healing through finger movement. Okay, now as we all know, in our organization we try to simplify Tai Chi and Qigong. We make it as simple as possible that you can do your Tai Chi and your Qigong anywhere. Okay, because again we are all carrying certain amount of responsibilities and we have this stress of time. Okay, yes, so people who want to be professionally into Tai Chi and Qigong, or there are some professions like massage therapists or maybe martial arts, they can give an extra time to Tai Chi. But there are again some people who really don't have time. I'm sure many housewives don't have time, many grandparents don't have time. Okay, so for them we try to simplify Tai Chi and Qigong. And let me tell you, when we talk about making it simple, we are not cutting corners. Okay, just to say if you are going to make Tai Chi and Qigong simple, just by moving your fingers you can heal yourself, that doesn't mean we are cutting corners. We are trying to get out something and only give you just a little bit. No, in itself finger movement, Tai Chi, Qigong is a art. In itself it's a great art. Okay, and to give you a little example of it, we all know about mudras. Our Indian tradition uses a lot of mudras, a lot of finger holding movements, and we all know, if you have practiced the mudras, you surely know that it is one of the most fantastic healing modalities if you can ever do it. Of course, and even in our Indian tradition, the mudras are also simplified. Okay, and actually when I started learning the mudras, there was a lot of things we had to go through. A certain mudra would be opened with one previous mudra. Like Sanjeevani mudra had to be first opened. You could not just hold the Sanjeevani mudra and get healed of heart disease. To activate this mudra, there was another mudra. You had to first hold the Shankha mudra and offer offering, and then the Sanjeevani mudra would start to get activated. Then there was a certain direction which you had to face to hold the mudra. There was a certain posture of sitting. You could sit in full lotus, half lotus or vajrasana. There was a lot of things, but nowadays you see, you can do a mudra anytime. Now that doesn't mean it will not work. It works. Okay, the only thing, it takes time to be simplified. As people keep doing it, there is a lot of research being done, and then ultimately you come to know that you can hold a mudra even while walking, even while talking, even while watching TV. In the same way is the same with Tai Chi and Qigong finger movements. You can use these finger movements to heal different kinds of diseases. Okay, you can use it for meditative purposes, and also you can use the finger movements to harness energy, or rather to cultivate your own energy, which all of us are born with. Right? Now even these, previously Tai Chi and Qigong, again there was restrictions to finger movements. You had to face a certain direction, you had to take a stance, a particular stance that you had to stand in to do that. All of you know the Tai Chi form. Most of you have seen us performing the Tai Chi form. Most of you have seen us doing 8 jewels. Okay, now those mudras, those finger movement could be done only while doing 8 jewels, only by doing your Tai Chi form. Okay, but nowadays you can just move your fingers and you can get the benefit of the Tai Chi form and also of the 8 jewels. What is important but in this one thing is, in Tai Chi and in Qigong, is where the mind goes, energy flows. Most important factor in Tai Chi and Qigong. Or rather, where the mind goes, energy flows, enhances of bringing in the universal energy or the healing energy into your body at a much larger quantity. Okay? So you have to focus on doing this. Without focus, again, sometimes you may not hold the mudra properly, or you may not move your fingers properly where Tai Chi and Qigong is. Again, why I tell you this is because I am speaking of experience. As most of you know, I am doing work with Dignity, with Harmony, with Manav Seva Sangh and so many other people in hospitals where patients cannot move. We also go and teach them finger movement for the Qigong, and then we see sometimes that they are not bothered what they are doing because of two things. One thing is, ये सिर्फ उंगली हिलाने से थोड़ी मेरा इलाज होगा, इतने बड़े बड़े डॉक्टर जब मेरा इलाज नहीं कर सका. One factor. The other factors, they just do it without focusing. If this happens, then you cannot bring in energy. I am sure all of you know, when we are doing something of interest, okay, to give you a very simple example is, for especially you ladies, when there is some very special guest coming to your house and you have to cook food, how much of interest you will show in that. You will be concentrated. The vegetables that you will go and pick up, you will be very careful. Each tomato you will see, each batata you will see. You will see that the masala is proper. You will measure, isn't it? You will do that. Okay? You are not going to say, chale re, ye chalega, ye tomato kya chalo. Do you do that? No. You will be concentrated. Ultimately, the dish that you prepare is going to be tasty. Isn't it? You yourself can taste that dish and even you will say, I didn't believe I could cook so nicely. Isn't that happens to you? Okay. So why did that happen? Pardon, sir?
It's called an emotional attachment.
Yeah. So when you do that, because you are concentrated and focused, you can create wholeness of whatever you do. So the same thing, whenever we talk about healing, you need to be concentrated. Because you are doing a holistic healing through Tai Chi and Qigong. Okay? You have pain in the chest, and I will show you a finger movement. That doesn't mean you are going to cure the pain in the chest. You are going to go deep down from where the pain started. The pain in the chest can have lots and lots of different reasons. So when you are doing Tai Chi, Qigong, finger movement, then you are going to go right to that root of the cause of that pain in your chest. Then it can be a lot of things, plenty of things that can happen. And that's the reason why you have to be concentrated. Why you have to be concentrated? Because we are talking about bringing in universal energy. We are talking about bringing in Qi. So when you are concentrated, you are being directly connected with this universal healing energy. Okay? If you are not concentrated, then the healing energy that the flow it has to come to your body or the quantity needed for your body to be healed will not happen. Okay? That is on the physical level. Let's go a little step further to the spiritual level. Ultimately everything is pointed up to spirituality. Anything, even the greatest doctors, even the greatest surgeons, when there is a surgery being performed, when something happens, you see those doctors and the surgeons always pray. I have many friends who are surgeons and I all know they pray. I know so many surgeons who first day in the morning they get up and they pray that all the surgeries that is going to be provided or going to be done by my hands should be blessed by you. So the ultimate spirituality is that one great creator, whoever you call that creator, you call him God, you call him Allah, you call him Bhagwan, you name it. Ultimate is that. Now let's see, let me give you an example. I will show you why this connection to this spirituality is so important, the healing aspects. We may be knowing so many people, so many different kind of people, maybe somebody in our own home, or maybe even me myself. Maybe I have some pain or some sickness and I go to A doctor, B doctor, C doctor, E doctor, I will change the modality. First I will do allopathy, then I will start to do Ayurveda. Then I will do homeopathy, then I will do Unani. Then I will do Reiki, then I will do pranic healing, then I will do access bar, then I will do Brahma Vidya, then I will do Vipassana. Still I don't get cured. Have you ever wondered? Have you ever experienced this? There are so many people around us, so many people who have gone through this phase. Now why this happens? This again happens because yes, that doesn't mean that the doctor was not right. That doesn't mean that the medicine was not right. Everything is right. But there is a certain amount of connection, a spiritual connection that you have to have. Okay? Because they say it's very simple that there is absolutely no misfortune happening with us. Every time we feel, when we become sick or something happens, we say, "Arey, why it had to happen to me?" Okay? Sometimes we say it's bad, sometimes we say it's misfortune, sometimes we say it's negativity. Okay? But all these things, like my teacher used to say, all that happens for the good. Okay? And until you know that goodness, that particular ailment, that particular misfortune has come to teach you, that is going to remain with you. The moment you come to know, okay, this is where I committed a mistake, this went wrong, and because of this going wrong, I did this, and everything went wrong. I will start to get it done right again. When you reconcile and go back and start to do it in the right manner, if it is possible, you will see healing will happen faster. Now who does this healing? Yes, the doctor will surely give you medicine. If you have to be operated upon, the surgeon will also be there to operate upon you. But who shows you the path is that spiritual light, or whatever you call it, spiritual God, or you call it Bhagwan, you call it Allah, you call it Christ, God the Father, whatever you want to. Okay? So this connection has to be there whenever it is healing. Yes, modern scientists will surely show you, ये molecules होता है, ये इससे मिलता है, ये change होता है, then the DNA changes. That is only for the scientists to be happy. Because even scientists, the greatest of greatest scientists also in the world, has his limits, and when he reaches that limit, even he'll point up to God. Okay? So your connection with this energy should be very pure. Now what purity? Purity of connecting to this powerful energy doesn't mean you become a sadhu or a saint. Din bhar mala leke gumo, jap karo and all those things. No. You need to concentrate. You need to be with that energy on one-on-one basis, which we don't do. Okay, let me give you a very simple example. I will call you to my house. I will tell you, okay, come to my house and come and have food. And you will come. We will set out a date, we will set out a time, you will come to my house. When you come to my house, I will tell you, okay, you come sit. I will not ask you for water. I will make you sit. After some time, I will think, Arey, you didn't drink water. You want water? You will say yes. I will just take a dirty mug from somewhere and put water in it and give it to you. Will you have it? No. Then after some time, I will eat my food. I say, Arey, I forgot to give you food. You'll eat food or what? Then you say yes. Then I will take a dirty plate, put some food from here and then give it to you. Will you eat it? You will not eat it. Why you will not eat it? Because I am not connecting with you. I am not connecting with you properly. My mind is somewhere else. I don't care whether you come or not. If your connection is like this with this spiritual energy, will it work? It will not work. Okay? So you should remember these factors in healing, not only to Tai Chi and Qigong, like I always say. These factors are very important in any healing. Whether you do Tai Chi and Qigong, whether you do Reiki, whether you do pranic healing, whatever you do. These factors are very important. A connection to that ultimate energy. And you should always know this. Even when you go to the greatest of greatest doctor and he'll give you medicines, and then after he'll tell you, everything depends on him. or everything depends on that almighty power. So when ultimately even the greatest doctor or the scientist is going to send you to that ultimate power, why are you waiting last to go there? Why not go there first? Isn't it? So what happens with us, where we have to reach first, we are reaching last. You have to reach first. And that power, that energy is so powerful, you don't have to even reach that point. You take the first step towards that energy and it will start working for you. It is so powerful. But we don't even do that. Okay? So that's why you need that very strong spiritual connection. And why you need it? Again, because like some modalities believe that whatever is happening to us today, whatever we are facing now, is also because of our past lives. And who knows about past lives? Yes, maybe now past life regression has come. People believe that some doctor or somebody can take you into past life. My personal opinion about it is no, you cannot do it. Okay? Nobody can take you to past life. How you know it is your past life? I may do hypnotism for you. I may hypnotize you, take you to hypnotism and send you to past life. Okay, what is your age? 30. Okay. 30 years of age, tell me the most saddest thing, the most hurtful thing. Finished. Then 29, go back. At the age of 29, what happened? What is the baddest, the worst thing happened to you? And that you can go into past life regression. Okay? Now when you go to past life regression, you may know you are a murderer. Very simple. Bad karma. You are a murderer, you are a robber. You killed people. You grabbed somebody else's property. How many lives can you go back? For some of us, this is the first human life. For some of us, you have lived thousands of human life. Can you imagine doing past life regression for thousands of lives? How many sessions? Anybody has done past life regression? They will know this. How many sessions? It doesn't happen in one session. Yes, it doesn't happen in one session, my dear people. You will have to go one session, 2 sessions, 3 sessions, and as the sessions go longer and longer, what you have seen or what the therapist has told you keeps working on your mind. I did this, that's why this has to happen. And I've seen people after going to past life regression and knowing that they were murderers, robbers, they killed their own parents, or their parents killed their children and whatever, and they get stuck in that. And they give up hope. In this life, they give up hope. I did past life regression, I killed my own child in that life. Abhi kya, there is no forgiveness. I have to go through this. Hopeless case. Okay? All the holy books, the Bible, the Gita, the Guru Granth Sahib, the Quran, will always talk about now. Forget what you did in thousands of lives. Now is the time. This is the time you can change. One deed, one small movement, one small deed can wipe out thousands of years of karma. So you really don't need to know whether you are a dacoit or you are a minister or whatever you are. Okay? The second thing I don't believe in regression is, how do you know you are really going to your past life or you are borrowing from your subconscious mind?
It's a mental illusion.
Mental illusion. My wife is proof over there, she will tell you. There was a certain program happening on the TV and there were stars coming. From those 2 stars were great friends of mine. And when they came on the TV for past life regression, I told my wife, now this star will say he is like that, he is like that, he is like that, and exactly the same thing happened. Why? Because they were my friends and I know they wanted to live a life like that, what they portrayed on the past life regression.
Our brain creates that.
Your brain creates that. So forget about that. Who has to do past life regression? Okay, fine. If you are getting satisfaction by doing past life regression, very good, I will say go and do it. If you are going to be healed by doing past life regression, I will say yes, go and do past life regression. Ultimate bottom line is bringing healing to yourself. Okay, but this was my personal opinion. I will tell you why. Because you are going to spend a lot of time and money. You can spend a little time and little money and heal your own self. By just going to one powerful source, joining your hands from your heart, say you are sorry for what all you did in your life past, I will not do it from now on, and start to do good, everything is covered. Over, karmic is wiped out. You don't have to go to temples roaming around. You don't have to go to churches. You don't have to go for navinas. You don't have to go to the dargahs and chadav 7 to 8 chadars. No. You don't have to do all that. It's very simple. One of my teachers used to tell us. Once when we asked us, what is the simplest way of wiping out karma? Because we all know that, wiping out karma is a big thing nowadays. And he took a piece of paper, he crumpled it, and he threw it down on the floor. And then he said, now I dirtied this place by throwing the paper down. I want to clean the place. What should I do? One of the students sitting right in front got up and picked up the paper. It's clean. And he said, it's my karma. Who dirtied the place? I dirtied the place. Put the paper down. He himself picked up the paper and put it in the dustbin. This is how you wipe out karma. You have done it. Only you can mend it. What we do? Past life karma. चलो यार आज साईबा का मंदिर में 100 आदमी को खाना खिलाएगा मैं. वो 100 आदमी खाना खाएगा, but they cannot wipe out your karma. Yes, 100 आदमी को खाना खिलाने का है. तुम अपने हाथ से वो खाना पकाओ और एक एक लोगों को वहां पे जाके जब परोसोगे, then your karma is wiped out. Why? Because you did it. You didn't get somebody else to do it. Okay, these are very important factors in healing. So however, I will teach you the most simplest exercise. If you are not getting healed by doing finger movement, or maybe by doing Reiki or pranic healing or some other modality of healing, always remember there is something wrong somewhere. There is something which is going wrong. And the ultimate thing is to go to that universal energy. Whatever you call it God, Ram, Rahim, you call it Allah, you call it Bhagwan, anything. Connect with it very purely. Connected it very purely. In Tai Chi and Qigong, that's why you see, I'm sure all of you know. What, if I say Kung Fu, what comes to your mind first? Martial arts. How would the martial artist look? Bald like me? Wearing orange color? Okay, that means I am a monk. Isn't it? So why a monk? Why should a monk practice martial art? Isn't it? Isn't that come to your mind? A monk practices martial arts because when they practice martial art is also on a spiritual level. Everybody cannot become a martial art. Everybody cannot become a martial artist. Everybody can do mara-mari. Everybody can do mara-mari. We are born with mara-mari in our mind, in our heart, in our soul, in our actions. Martial arts needs lots of practice. Martial arts needs control of the mind, control of the senses, and control of the body. And that comes when you do a lot of meditation. Who helps you to do meditation? Again, that power, that universal life force energy helps you to get into that meditative state. You just make an effort. You just make an effort. Do an experiment when you go out. We won't do it over here. But do an experiment. Try to do meditation. Go home somewhere, try to do meditation. Close your eyes, sit down. Try to empty your mind. It will not happen. Why will it not happen? Because you never connected to that spiritual force. Then you just close your eyes, breathe in, feel your breathing in universal energy. Or feel your breathing in God's blessings. anybody, any god. Maybe you are a Devi Bhakt, maybe you are a Shiva Bhakt, or whatever. Feel that you are breathing in that energy, that blessing of that particular deity, and see how fast you will go into meditation. I will challenge you this. Plain meditation can never happen unless it is backed up by this spiritual energy. Try it when you go home. First do nothing, try to just remain. There will be thoughts coming in your mind. You will become uneasy. You will want to open your eyes and see out. But the moment you do this, breathing in of the universe, or breathing in God's blessing, or breathing in the blessing of the deity that you are very fond of or you are attached to, you will go into meditation within seconds. It will be so fast. So again, ultimate is the connection. Okay? Now how does this work? Why 5 fingers? Many of you must be thinking, in this, what I am doing this for 2 years, 3 years? How many years am I here? How many years?
3 years.
More than 3 years, sir?
More than 3.
More than 3 years. I have done a lot of lectures. I don't call my talks or lectures because I show you practical things. I always ask Help Library to put it as a workshop because I teach you a lot of things. I don't just advertise my art and I go, but I give you fantastic tools, just enough for you to improve your life. Okay? So we have done a lot of movements. Those who know me will know that. We have done a lot of movements. Those who don't know me can ask for a DVD over there and watch it. We have done different movements, and then you might ask me the question, sir, if I could just move my fingers, तो वो सब इतना movement करने की क्या ज़रूरत है? Okay. Now when you are with me for a longer time, now you know I am taking you not on a downward journey, I am taking you on an upward journey. The first is trying to get control of your physical body. Then you get control of the mind. Okay? Now this will be purely teaching you control of the mind. We will do some exercises like we always do. You will not go without a tip from me. You will not go without a tool. I will give you a tool worth thousands of rupees. This was the biggest joke. Somebody, one of my very own friends, read in the paper, Tai Chi therapy. So he came and he asked me, even you teach Tai Chi. Tai Chi therapy kya hai? I told him, you have to come to my class, pay 2,000 rupees admission fees, 1,000 rupees monthly fees once a week. I will teach you in 4 sessions Tai Chi therapy. Very expensive. I said yes. Calculating my stay in China, calculating my stay in Quebec, giving half of my life, I am 53 years old now, giving half of my life to the art, I don't think it's expensive. So this man goes to where the advertisement is. So there is a nice beautiful spa. He went over there. After some days, he came to my class. Can I join your class? I said, yes, you can join my class. So I asked him, what happened? You got a raise in your salary, or you're doing business, you must have made a lot of money to come to my class because I am expensive. No, sir, aisa nahi. And I said, what? You know, I seen an advertisement over there, and so I went over there. It was called Tai Chi therapy. Then I say, he's saying, yeah, very nice place, nice music and all. Then what? I said, then they put on a Chinese uniform for me and they showed me 24 movements. Very good. You learned 24 movements. How much time? It was just 45 minutes. I thought, very good. In 45 minutes you learn 24. No, sir, how can I learn 24 movements in 45 minutes? Then what? I said, because I wanted to know how much he paid. I said, then what? You came home? No, sir, paisa to dena pada na. How much did you give, my dear? 15,000 rupees. If you don't believe me, the spa is still there in Mumbai. And they have got branches all over Mumbai. You will see that I am using the word Tai Chi therapy. The moment you read the word, you will get the name of the spa. What I am talking about was 4 years ago. So now that 15 must have become 25,000 rupees. Okay? It's not about money. What I am trying to explain to you is, When I come here and I'm going to show you something, I am not hiding anything. Most of you, most of my students will tell you, those who are new, who don't know me, I don't hide. I will give you worth lakhs and thousands of rupees. I will give you a tool and I will just move away. It is up to you to practice it. And another great thing that I always say is, don't comment unless you practice. First practice it. If it doesn't work, then your comment is most welcome to me, whatever the comment may be. Okay? So, we are now going to that mind level where your mind can connect to that spiritual energy, to that life force energy, whatever you may call it. How it works? Very simple. Scientific backing you want. The scientific backing is according to the traditional Chinese medicine. We all know traditional Chinese medicine. Traditional Chinese medicine uses Tai Chi and Qigong. Traditional Chinese medicine uses herbs like we use in Ayurveda and Unani. And traditional Chinese medicine uses acupuncture, acupressure. What is acupuncture, acupressure? Acupuncture, if you go to an acupuncturist in certain areas of your body, he will put or she will put a needle and connect it to a very small voltage which will vibrate the needle. Why he does that? Because he says there is a block in the meridian. What is the meridian? The meridian is energy paths in your body. Different schools will teach you about different numbers of meridians. Okay? Some people will teach you about 12 meridians, some will say about 14 meridians, and all those kinds of things. So what happens is, block in the meridians. Let's say this is your energy path. Okay? Let's say like a nerve, this is your energy path. What is a block? A block is this path getting closed. This is a block. Why this block occurs? This block occurs because of words, thoughts, deeds, actions, emotions and food. Whenever this combination doesn't be in harmony with your body, you eat certain foods which is not in harmony in your body, it will block the flow of energy. Energy won't pass through. It will come here and get stagnated. Words. There are words also which don't harmonize with your body. There are thoughts also which don't harmonize with your body. All this goes and gets stored and blocks the energy flow. Universal life force Chi. So what does the acupuncturist do? He will induce a needle. He will put a needle, he will connect it to a battery. Okay, not like this battery, they have a big equipment. This will send vibrations to the needle vibrates and this blockage slowly opens. Energy flows and you enjoy good health. Why? Because on one meridian there are 3 organs connected in your body. Okay, for very simple example, your lungs, your heart and your kidney are connected to one meridian. If there is a block here, energy will become extra here in the lungs, less energy in the heart, less energy in the kidney. If there is a block here, you will start with kidney trouble. If it affect your heart, it will affect your breathing. Okay? So, acupuncture induces a needle at the blockage point. Acupressure, you apply pressure with your thumb or with a wooden equipment which is called a jimmy. It's very simple, it's just a small thing maybe here and it will have a round. This part is pressed into your body. 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes or something. Okay, this is your, now where does this meridians start in your body? The meridians begin and end in your fingertips and your toes. Meridians begin and end in the fingertips and your toes. It goes across. We won't go much into that detail. But let's say this is your body, this is your hand, okay? So if there is one meridian which starts in your thumb, it will go up, across, and go to the big toe on the opposite side. Okay? The same way, if it starts somewhere here in the thumb, it will go up and go to the opposite big toe. So the energies are crisscrossing, and they crisscross exactly 2 inches below your navel. This is a very important point in Tai Chi and Qigong, and nowadays it is supposed to be a most healing point if you know how to activate this point. In the Chinese language, it is called the Dan Tian. Okay? So most important point. So all these meridians crisscross at this point. So it goes from here, comes to here. This goes from here, comes here. So it's crossing this point. This is a very important point. Okay? All those who come to my class will now know how important it is. That's why you do Wuchi posture. That's why we do massaging at the Dantian point. Okay? So if they are beginning and ending at the fingers and at the toes, and if at the block, if at this particular block I am going to put a needle again connected to a battery and get this to open, then don't you think if this is ending at the finger, if I vibrate the finger, the vibration will go right up to the block and open it, isn't it? So that's how finger movement helps you. So by moving your fingers in a certain manner, by doing a certain finger exercises, you can bring healing to the most deepest internal organ in your body. That's what we are going to do. So far so good? Everybody got the idea? Yeah. Okay? So let's see. सब स्टूडेंट के एग्जाम लेंगे. Those who come to my class and those who know healing sounds, what does the thumb represent? What does the thumb represent? Tell me the organ. Okay, nobody knows? Very good. What does the don't take all the organs things. बेचारे जो नहीं आएंगे confuse हो जाएगा. What does the index finger represent in Tai Chi and Qigong? Are we sure? Yes. Index finger represent the lungs. Very good. Then what do you have? Middle finger. The middle finger represents the heart. Okay. Then what do we have? After that, ring finger. Ring finger is represented by the liver. The pinky finger is represented by kidneys. Now what about the thumb? The thumb is the stomach, the intestine, the solar plexus. Okay, so mostly in the traditional Chinese medicine, it is called the solar plexus, but it represents the intestines, the stomach, the gallbladder, the spleen, the pancreas. Okay, right? Okay, and there should not be a E here, right? Okay. Now you see if these, when you look at these organs, you see they are all hollow organs. They have space in them. They have space. All these organs have space in them. Okay. And these organs are the property of your emotions. They are not yours. Why they are not yours? Won't you ask the question? Nobody wants to ask?
Control not.
Pardon?
Control not.
Because you don't have control over them. Why you don't have control over them? Because not only you, including me, never speak to the organs. Has anybody ever touched the stomach and tell them, boss, you have done a good job, your digestion, you are taking care of my digestion very good, You are making me look like Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, very good. Have we done that? We have not done that. Has anybody ever touched the heart and say, thank you for pumping day in and day out, without a motor attached, without electricity? One says she does it sometimes. Great, that means you are the most healthiest person here. Because if you do that, the organ starts to reciprocate. In Tai Chi and Qigong, especially in Qigong, we have a meditation. Today, this meditation is borrowed by different modalities. Okay? It's called smiling to your organs. Pranic healing uses, Reiki uses, everybody uses it. Smiling to your organs. Okay? Now, of course, smiling to the organs doesn't mean only a smile. Smiling to the organs means appreciating the organ, thanking the organ, touching the organ and feeling a response. Believe me, if you can do this, you will feel a response. If you touch your stomach or your heart and you wait for a response, thanking the heart, you will really feel sub-abnormal movement in the heart area. Same with the lungs, same with the kidneys. Now what happens is, all the emotions which you and I don't harmonize with go and settle in one organ. Okay? Everything has a place. Like we have to have food where? Through the mouth. Isn't it? We are not going to have food through here. Okay? In the same way, emotions or words, thoughts, these actions and foods, when this doesn't harmonize with your body, it has one particular organ where it will go and settle. Right? So, this shows if that emotion is going and settling in the organ, the meridian connected to that particular organ is blocked. There is no energy flow happening. Okay? So, when you see the main internal organs, then you very simply know which finger to move because the fingers are also given. Okay? Now, you should not wait. Whenever we teach this in different workshops, we teach the simple thing and then people start saying, ulcer, will it cure ulcer? Somebody will say, will it cure kidney stone? Somebody will say, heart, will it open heart blockages? Yes, it can. But you don't have to wait to get heart blockages. You don't have to wait till to get kidney stones. Even for simple things, like very simple example I will give you, when these things are there, you should know that this is your solar plexus. Any problem in this area, if you move the finger, it will be cured. Digestion, acidity, okay, infection in the stomach. So you don't go directly to big things. You can also start with smaller things. Okay? If it's lungs, you know. So lungs area also include your shoulder pain. Remember that. So if it's the problem in your lungs, it also includes shoulder pain. It also includes upper back pain. Okay? So when we say lung problems, that doesn't mean lung problems, so internally lung problems. Then people will say bronchitis, asthma. You don't have to wait for all that. You can also move this finger to cure common cold. Okay? So you should know these things are very simple. So very simply to put it for you to understand more easily, it is somewhere connected to our Indian system of chakras. Okay, like a chakras. Heart chakra, everything connected in this heart area, heart chakra. Come lower down, everything connected over here to the Manipura or the solar plexus chakra. So it works on the same way. But instead of focusing like we do on the chakras, getting the chakras activated, maybe to meditation, maybe your guru will just touch you and heal your chakras or get it activated and all, you also can move your fingers and bring healing. There is somebody who is not here but who cured herself of hyperacidity. It's one of my students who came to me and cured herself of hyperacidity within 2 months. You were there, Veena? I think, yeah. Within 2 months. And very simple exercise. If I show it to you, you'll just, wear a smile and a face. Ye sahi bolta hai ya jhoot bol raha hai? Okay, but there are people here from that class who will tell you about it. Hyperacidity, she would get up in the night with acid reflux. She could not sleep. Simple exercise, very simple. Be connected, focus your mind on bringing in the energy. Again, like I said, where the mind goes, energy flows. So if you're sitting here and you're wondering, बाहर बारिश आने वाला है, शाम को आज भाई दूज है तो मेरा भाई आने वाला है, मुझे जल्दी जाना है, ये तो सर लेक्चर पे लेक्चर दे रहा है, एक्शन तो कुछ नहीं कर रहा है. If you're going to do all that, the energy will go there. Very, very simple funda, not only for Tai Chi and Qigong, for everything in life. Remember this. See, whatever we have done today, because we are focused, you are there. Because I was focused in my field, today I am here. Because maybe you are an officer, you may be an executive, you may be a doctor, an engineer, a scientist. Because you were focused on that field, that's why you reached there. When it comes to healing also, it has to be that way. And if you see, with all of us human beings, this is the most poorest part of our life. When it comes to healing, then we are like, doctor hai na, 3-4 goli lega, dum. You will feel better for some time. Now the 3-4 goli multiply by 3 times. You are making place for so many more golis to come. And then you will go. क्यों? Morning walk तो करना नहीं है अपने को. एक्सरसाइज तो करने का नहीं है. अपना बाप ने तो सिखाया नहीं साला मेरे को एक्सरसाइज करने को. Why should I do exercise? Will exercise heal me? So you won't do that. So you will keep making place for tablets. You will be a very good social worker because you will help all the pharmaceutical companies to make more tablets by buying it from them. It will go on and on, on and on. Ultimately then the doctor will tell you, how much I could do, I did. Abhi kya, doctor? Abhi kya, uska naam liyo. So again back to square one. Okay? So we'll begin with very simple exercise. There are more complicated movements. But I will show you very easy things, and believe me, it works. It works with, let's say you don't want to talk about small diseases. Very good. Small diseases, तो यार doctor भी वो अच्छा करेगा. You may be thinking, talk about those diseases which the doctors cannot cure. Yes, it can also cure those diseases, provided you do it dedicatedly. My 35-36 years of experience has taught me one thing. Once I teach you something and after that also you come and you tell me I am not healed with that technique, then that means I am not a good teacher or you are not a good practitioner. Okay? Now I will prove I am a good teacher, because if you go to my site there is a lot of testimonies, people being healed. There are so many here who will tell you how they have been healed. So that means I am a good teacher, you are a bad practitioner. Okay? So be a good practitioner, whether it is Tai Chi, whether it is Reiki, whether it is only your morning walk, whether it is only 1 minute of meditation, whether it is only 1 minute of praying to God. If you are a good practitioner, you are bringing in the universal energy for your healing purpose. Okay? So now when we know the thumb and the solar plexus, what you have to do? One technique is, always when we go to the doctor naturally tells us something is wrong with your stomach, something is wrong with your back, your kidneys, something is wrong with your heart, or you may be having infection and all those things. Whenever doctors talk about viral infection, then all the fingers have to be exercised. Okay? Whenever it is infection, it goes to the cellular level or to the bloodstream. Whenever it is infection, remember that. Okay? No doubt, according to our modern doctors, allopathy, infection means only one place. But according to traditional Chinese medicine, infection means whole body. Because they only won't clean this. In traditional Chinese medicine, if you go, they only won't take only solar plexus. No, they will even look at the lung, the heart, the liver and the kidney. Okay? That's why you see even in Ayurveda. Ayurveda, what Ayurveda does? If you go with heart problems, Ayurveda doesn't only look at your heart. Ayurveda will look at your whole body. Okay? Only modern allopathy does that. If you go for headache, the doctor will only look at your head. When the headache goes for 3-4 months, then he will look at your brain. Okay? So again, each to his own style of healing. What allopathy does is right, what Ayurveda does is right, what traditional Chinese medicine does is also right in their own way. Okay? So remember this, when you have infections, viral infections, fevers, typhoids, malaria, then you have to do exercise for all the fingers. Okay? If there is localized problem, acidity and all that, then you may know for acidity you should always do solar plexus. If you find in acidity your urine is burning, you have dark golden color urine, then you should also do the kidneys. Okay? Because you know the kidney is the drainage system. You like your liver. These two are drainage systems in your body. So it is this way how you do. You have common cold. So cold is there, but also it is because of a little infection in your lungs that you get your cold. So if cold, again you do your lungs. Now if the cold is persisting for a longer time, then with your lungs you have to also do heart. Many a times we have seen, many of times, no cholesterol, no stress, no nothing, but still you get an heart attack. Young people, especially in young people. Why? Because they overlook sinus trouble. Okay? Phlegm can also go into the bloodstream and stop your heart from beating or damage your heart. Right? So you can do different kinds of exercises. If you want to be healthy, then you do all together every day. And these are so easy. They are so easy. You will literally go out of this place. Those who don't know me will go out of this place thinking, is this man mad or am I mad? Okay? You will literally feel that when you go out of this. What I will show you now, the most simplest effective technique. Okay? So the first thing that you can do when the moment with your doctor you have come to know this is the problem, then you start to massage that particular finger. Like say problems in the stomach cavity, the lung cavities. You massage your thumb. You can massage your thumb anyway. Again, other modalities have also borrowed this massaging. Okay, in Qigong they teach you massage, in Qigong they teach you twisting, and in Qigong they teach you tapping. Now many other, I don't want to take their names, but many other modalities are doing this now and they call it by a different name. Okay, those who don't know, let me tell you, this is a 5,000-year-old art. The Chinese have ample of proof to prove that's not only 5,000 but even beyond. Nowadays many Tai Chi and Qigong teachers in the European countries claim it is 15,000 years old. Okay, but let's stick to 5,000 only because I have not gone through that research. But yes, 5,000 research, even I can show it to you, even I can prove it. Okay, so massage is one, is simple massage. Now when you massage, what should you see for is whether the area is warming up. If the area is warming up, you are releasing the blockage in the meridian. If the area is still remaining colder, then give it 1 day, give it 2 days. Third day by massaging, even then the finger is still remaining cold, better see a doctor. Okay, because that means this is very deep. It is not connected only to solar plexus, it is also connected to other areas of the body. Okay, like very simple, if you are going to neglect your lung problems, it is going to come into heart problems and liver problems. Okay, because they are all connected internally. So if this remaining cold, that shows less energy flow. What is energy? Energy is warmness. Energy is hotness. So if this is remaining cold, that means you have a major problem connected to other organs. So one thing is massaging. So you can massage like this, you can massage like this. Okay, and then the next thing that you can do is twisting. Twisting is hold the finger, twist it in one direction. Hold it maybe for some seconds. After that, hold it, twist it in the opposite direction. If you have acute problems, neck pain, shoulder pain, this twisting can get it out like this. You will now feel the relief. Who has neck pain? Hold the thumb, twist it in one direction, hold it for 20 seconds. Twist it as much as you can, hard as you can. Okay, wait for some 20 seconds, release it, twist it in the opposite direction. as hard as you can. Twist, full strength. Release. Now you will feel that release. Feeling release? Okay. So it's so fast. So same thing goes with your index finger, same thing goes with your middle finger. Always do twisting. Now tell me, do you need a gym to do this? Do you need to go to Marine Drive to do this? Okay. Do you need to go to Bharda Park in Colaba to do this? You can do it anytime, watching your TV. Okay. But if you watch TV and you do this, you will get only 50% healing. Why? Because 50% is on the TV. Maybe all the TV characters will be healed. Okay. You will find the bow and Saas dancing like good friends and all that thing. Okay. So, yeah, but yes, you can do it also.
Next episode story will change.
Okay, so you get, so one is massage, one is twisting. Now you should be careful of one thing. When you are doing twisting, don't do it for more than 20 seconds each side. Okay, don't do it for more than 20 seconds.
You just do it for a day or a day.
Pardon?
How many times in a day?
You can do it twice a day, you can do it thrice a day. Both sides, both directions.
Massaging for
Both hands.
Massaging for
Same. Three, you can do it thrice a day.
how much time?
You can do massaging for as long as you want. Okay? You can do massaging, is not a problem. Massaging of the fingers, the more you do it. Twisting is a little dicey. Okay? But the only thing is I am showing you the twisting because it gets relief of acute pain very fast.
For neck pain, which finger we have to twist? This thumb only.
Thumb. Leg pain also thumb. See, leg pain, like I told you, what is the reason for leg pain? Okay? So when you're doing leg pain, you can do thumb and you can also do your kidneys. Always remember, your kidney is responsible for lower back pain and for your legs. Always remember that. Okay?
Twisting right thumb or left?
Both sides. And you can start with any side. There is no hard and fast rule. You start with any side. Yeah, we are coming to that. Before you do the twisting, you should also remember this. Number one is when you are doing massage, you should see that you don't have any rash or any cut. And you should massage not till you get blisters. We have people, थोड़ा अच्छा लगने लगा तो चलो चालू. Next time they will come with a big blister or they will call me up. Okay, so you should not go to those extents. That's why timing. Again, those who are fractured on their fingers, they will not do twisting. Arthritic fingers will not do twisting, they will do massaging. Okay? Now, let's go, this is the easy method. Let's go a little higher up to more hard methods where you can concentrate. Then you have to move your fingers in circles. Now, moving your finger in circles, let's start with the thumb. See, I see all of you all moving. I said move your fingers, not your wrist. When we say move the fingers, the wrist should not move. Even now you are moving. Now you are moving your hands. Move only the fingers. First you should do, let's say with a thumb. Bring the thumbs 1 inch apart. Okay, and move it. You see my hand is not moving, my wrist is not moving. Only my thumb is moving. So move it in one direction, move it in the other direction. 1 inch distance is very important. Why? Because when you bring this close, you will feel an energy connection between both the thumbs. Okay? And then you can go to the index finger, same way. Bring it 1 inch. If you are going to keep it away, no guarantee. If you are going to move your wrist, no guarantee. If you are going to move your hands, no guarantee. You may be able to fly by moving your hands, but you will not get heat. Okay? So, very slowly, and you don't have to do it fast. Remember, you are learning a meditation. You can't concentrate fast. Can you concentrate fast? Anybody?
No.
Anybody can count how many doors in a local train when it is going through the station? Anybody can? No. So you have to let the train slow down to count. Let the mind slow down. Move slowly. Again watch. The wrist doesn't move, the arm doesn't move. Only the finger moves. Clockwise and anti-clockwise. Okay? Again you can do the same thing. If you have a problem, you can choose that finger, or you can do all the fingers to be healthy. Okay? Yes, one by one. Be very careful. See, like I told you, it is all about energy, and it is all about focusing your mind on what you are doing. Okay? So if you are doing this, it will not work. Okay? This you can do for around 30 seconds, each finger, clockwise and anti-clockwise.
And how many times a day?
Twice a day. All those who are in my class and who have done chi ball, you know the vibrations between the palms. The same vibration should be between the thumbs. There should be an electromagnetic connection. If the electromagnetic connection is not here, if you are doing it like this, don't come to me, don't phone me. This is wrong. If you are doing it like this is wrong. If you are doing it like this, it's wrong. If you are doing it like this, it is wrong. This is what you do, 1 inch, and keep feeling the energy between this point of the thumb and this point of the thumb. This is the right way. So if your hand is here, please don't call me saying that you are not healed. Okay?
Any keeping here, any sensation?
There is sensation, you will find.
Tip of it. Tip of it.
Yeah, this step you will find sensation. If you are doing it right, you will feel. Slight warmness will happen. You will feel there is something connecting. That's why what I said, I am teaching you energy work. I am not teaching you an exercise. This is not physiotherapy. Okay? If you are doing physiotherapy, then okay.
Resting the hand.
Yes, you can rest your hand. You can rest your hand on the chairs. Okay? You can do that. Okay? Now, let's keep your pen down. Let's all try it out. Okay? And let's try now easiest method of examining yourself. When some gadbad happens by moving this, you should know that area is weak. That doesn't mean you have kidney problems. Okay? If this moves, doesn't move properly, that doesn't mean you have kidney problems. That means there is some weakness. Okay? Now, even waist pain can make this moving weaker. Okay? So it's not necessary kidney. Like I said, the kidney is related to legs and to lower back. Okay? So anyway, there may be a problem. This will not move properly. Okay? So let's start with the thumb. Chalo. Let's see. So I can see you doing it right. Very good. Come on. Very slowly. Take your time. Remember one thing. Tai Chi and Qigong is always slow. The more slower, the more concentrated, the more you will cultivate your own energy. If you want to do it fast, it will not work. Slowly, try to move both together as if they are attached. You can see this? Try to do it like it is attached with something. Very good. Okay, come on, let's try the index finger.
It should be like this straight.
No, you any movement. Let's try the index finger. Come on. 1 inch. Distance matters. Remember the distance between both the fingers. Slowly. Very good. Both sides. Do 2-3 clockwise, 2-3 anti-clockwise. Also be aware. Let's share what you feel when you do this.
One finger feeling it, the other is not.
Not feeling it. Yes. Very good. Very good observation.
Right hand is feeling.
Right hand is fast.
Left is
Okay.
feeling.
Okay. Come on. Let's go to the middle finger. Middle finger represents the heart. Let's see. Everybody's heart is healthy. Everybody has a big heart. Very good. Shabbas. All of us have very big hearts.
Difficult to do it.
Difficult to do it? Okay.
Left hand very fast.
Okay. Okay, you find the middle finger. It's jerky. It's not smooth. Yes. It's not so smooth. Very good. Yes. Okay. Now, if it's not so smooth, that doesn't mean you have heart trouble. The energy of the heart is not right. And we all have. We all have hearts with little trouble in it. Somebody doesn't like me. I don't like that person. So, the heart is going to be jerky. First gear se seedha fourth gear pe. Fourth gear se reverse gear. That's how your heart. Pardon? Yeah, it should not feel cold. That is again a reason with little weak energy in that area. Okay, let's try the best. Let's try the best. The liver, ring finger.
We've not done the ring yet. Not done the ring yet.
Come on, guys, do it.
The tiny is moving with this pinky. It's not moving.
Sir,
Ring finger.
now that can
हाँ जी.
fingers extended नहीं है इसलिए आगे पीछे हो जाए.
हाँ वो नहीं होना चाहिए. वो नहीं होना चाहिए. Come on, let's see. Liver finger. Yes, one is doing it good. Two. Very nice. Come on, come on. Liver. Try, try, try. Very nice.
I have an established liver trouble.
Yeah, very good. Very good. I will tell you why. What is your liver problem?
So is it happening also?
Pardon?
I feel it's not happening also, the movement.
Anybody else who's doing liver? Let's see at the back. Very good. Very good. Try to close your little finger. No, you're keeping this like this. Bring it in. Yeah, bring the little finger in. Into the palm. Yes. And now try. No, that person. Yeah, you sir. With the same band collar. Yeah. Bring the little finger in. Yeah. Now try to move it. Now you find it difficult? Little bit. This. Yeah. Again remember, let me tell you one thing now with the liver. Okay? Many a times the liver, everybody knows what the liver does? What does the liver do?
All detoxification.
Detoxification, cleaning, bile. Many a times, sir, many a times, I'm not opposing the doctor, many a times the problem lies somewhere else. And because of the filtering, detoxing not happening properly, an overload of toxin in the liver is still strong, but because of the toxin deposit in the liver, it doesn't activate properly. Okay? Most probably you may be having that kind of a thing.
So I had jaundice.
You had jaundice, exactly.
And
You said it.
3 in a line.
Wow. Take more care. Do this. Believe me, do this and I will show you another exercise. You will not get it the fourth time. Your blood will be more cleansed. Complete cleansing of the blood will happen. Okay? Again, the liver, remember one thing. Everybody knows what the kidney does? What does it do? Yeah. So the kidney and the liver work in tandem with each other. Okay? So when you are doing liver finger, don't keep your kidney finger loose. Bring your kidney finger in. So when you bring your kidney finger in, you are closing the kidney energy and you are only letting the liver. Now when you do it, you will find a little problem. If you keep this out and you do it, then it will become easy. So this should not be straight, it should be in. This is called closing.
You can hold it with this other.
Yes, you can hold it, yeah, but keep it inward, don't keep it out, yeah? Right? So this is the most difficult. It is always the most difficult for all of us human beings. Okay? All of us. One very simple reason. From my class, which emotion is stored in the liver? Anger.
Suppressed anger.
Anger, suppressed anger, arrogance, irritation. Boiled blood. Yeah. Boiled blood, that is a very nice term. I should use it instead of calling it. I usually never use negative words, but yeah, so this is a very nice boiled blood. Boiled blood is a very nice statement. Okay, so all of us, including me, okay, we all have this spurts, bits of anger. Even if it doesn't come out, it is still there in. Okay, so whenever you do kidney fingers, you are going to find it difficult till you can harmonize your anger with your love. Your love doesn't mean your wife, your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Okay? Harmonizing the liver with the heart has to happen to get this released. Okay? What it means? It means to be loving, compassionate and forgiving. It means, in short, one word, don't have an ego. We are angry because we have an ego. Okay? We are angry, it's always ego. Remember that, always. It's never going to be angry because that person committed a mistake. It's always because of our ego we are angry. Okay? So this will harmonize the heart and the liver. Right? So let's do the kidney. The little finger. Come on, move. Let's see. Feel the connection. Try your best not to move your arms, your wrist joint or your fist. Only the finger. Both together. धीरे से. Okay, relax. Okay. Now anybody can share what you felt while you are doing it. One was coldness,
In one hand,
difficult, one hand coldness.
while I was doing this, I could feel the energy,
You can feel the energy. Okay. Anybody else? Out of my class, anybody else?
The entire hand, both sides was, as if contract and expand.
Exactly. That's what I want to hear. Your whole arms you feel tightening, tensing, contraction and releasing. Okay. And sometimes it will, when you're doing a particular finger, it can go, you're tensing up to the nerve, to the brain. Why? Because when you move this, you are sending a message to the brain. Yes. You're sending a message. The language of the brain is actions, movements. That's why we advise all those young citizens who I go and teach in the senior citizen area. Carom and Sudoku will not activate your brain. If you have to move, if you want to move in the later stage of life, you have to physically move. Do walking, do Tai Chi, do yoga, not Sudoku, not Carom. That doesn't work. Okay? Because if you have to move your leg, you have to move your leg physically. Sudoku will not move your leg. Carom will not move your leg. Chess will not move your leg. You have to move your leg. Okay? So the movements of the fingers sends energy to all the blockages of transmitters to your brain cells. All those brain cells which are becoming weaker, which are dying out, when you move your fingers, you are rejuvenating them. You are activating them. That's how you get healed. You are sending bloodstream or blood flow. You are sending oxygen and you are sending mind chi when you are doing it. That's why I said focus on what you are doing. This is the message that goes to the brain and there is a healing happening. Okay? Very good. One more exercise before we leave or we have question answer session. Very easy. This you can do anytime, every day. This is the exercise that one of my students did and got cured of her hypertension, acidity within 1 month or 2 months. She was very new to my class when she came in. She came in with heart blockages. That also went away. Of course, not only with the fingers, it went with other exercises also. But her hyperacidity went by doing these finger exercises. And I'm sure all of you, some of you may be undergoing that acid reflux in the night. It is a very bad thing. It's real difficult and you don't take care of it. It can become worse and worse and worse.
For hyperacidity, which finger?
Hyperacidity is thumb. Okay, so what the next exercise that we do is, you don't need to do all. I'm just showing you the variety so you don't get bored. We human beings are very bored very fast. We want changes. So that's why I'm showing you different exercises. So if you feel bored doing this, if you feel bored doing this, I'm giving you 4 tools. Okay, the next is you bring your fingers together. Okay, now you will touch the back of your palms by crisscrossing your finger like this. So you touching here is important. Don't do this. This is wrong. Remember this. This is wrong. You have to do this. Now when you are doing this, your other fingers should not move. You are going to move only the finger that you have to move for that particular organ. Okay? And you start doing it slow. And then you start doing it as fast as you can. You can do it for as long as you want. Watch TV, teach your children, teach your husband, teach your grandchildren, everybody. Okay? Yes. Okay? Remember, the other finger should not move. If you are doing this and this is also happening, it is not going to work. If you are doing like this, it does absolutely not work. Okay? So, the thumb. This cured Vimla of her hyperacidity. Yes. You have to cross. You have to touch the back. This is very important. You know, how many of you heard about reflexology? Anand? Most of you have heard about reflexology. Like acupuncture, acupressure, reflexology points are here. Okay? But again, most of the most active reflexology points are here. They are not here. Here it works, but it works here more. This is the secret of reflexology I am giving to you. I told you I will give you thousands of rupees worth of tools to go back with. Yes. Okay, so the thumb is over. Let's start the index finger. Touch, touch. Remember, important. If you do this, it will not work. Touch, down. And again the others should not move. So touch. Start slowly. And as you get practice, then you start to move as fast as you can. The more faster, pardon, yes, it will pain. Again you will feel the same tensing. You will feel movement. Yes, you will feel movement right up to this point. Okay? Very good. Right? So you will feel that pain, you will feel that stiffness. Touch. Okay? Touch it down. This is very important, touching the point. Okay? We call it Qigong points. Reflexologists call it reflexology points.
Pressure on that. Just touch.
No pressure, just touch it. Okay? Let's come to the heart. Let's check out our heart, everybody. Okay? Both sides, as fast as you can.
Working very fast.
Yes, very good, working very fast.
Height is very good.
Heart is very good.
Looks like loose character.
That's also a good one. Okay? Instead, you know, if I can, boss, put your hand on the camera.
Off the record.
Stop shooting. You know this side. Okay? Fine? Very good. So, finish with the heart. Let's try the liver. Chalo. Come on. Come on, try. Let's try the liver. Okay? How does it do? How does it do? Watch your other fingers. As you move this, see that the others don't move.
The heart slips.
Okay? Yeah, moving your liver, see, that's why I said you have to bring your liver, your liver and your heart in tandem with each other. So if you're going to move your liver, get out all the anger out of the liver, your heart is certainly going to flip. Okay? Okay, let's go down to the pinky, the kidneys. Come on. Again, both sides. Some of you will feel warmness because you will activate this, bringing in energy. So there are energy points on the fingertips, there are energy points in the center of your palms. Okay, there is a very important heart energy point 2 fingers below your wrist joint, which you will activate by doing these exercises. Okay, kidneys fine? Yes. Very good. Okay, so these are the different ways. These are the finger movements of Qigong. Okay, this is what you can do. And one more easy thing you can do, but you need a lot of concentration. If you bring your mind to the hand whenever you have a problem with the lung, and just, you see, if you keep them natural, all are in line. Okay? Now if you have lung problem, start to move the lung finger up. You will find it like hard. Take it down. Heart problem, up. Okay, now when you do the heart problem, what you will notice? Liver moving. Let it happen. Then you can move the. You have to have a lot of concentration. You can do this even like this. You can do it like this. Slowly. You can do it like this. You can do it like this. Only, yeah, just small movements. And you feel the hardness. Feel the toughness of moving it like this slowly. The more tougher you find it, the more less the energy is in that area. Okay, remember what I'm telling you? I'm not telling you you have a problem in that area. I'm telling you you have less energy. And why am I saying that is because according to Tai Chi and Qigong, it is never a problem. It is always less energy or more energy. All the five, very slowly, one at a time, one at a time. Okay? So how many tools you have today? How many tools did we teach you? 5 tools? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many tools? 6 tools or 5 tools? All of you should do brain Tai Chi, brain Qigong. Everybody.
Memories are very
Yes, everybody should do brain Tai Chi, brain Qigong. Okay? We did 5. Okay? अभी बाहर जाने से पहले सब जन 5-5 हजार रुपया रख के जाओ. Okay? Jokes apart. So, any of these 5 you can use. The best one, the more convenient one is the last one. The more convenient. More effective also is this last one. And another thing, no timing. You can do it as long as you want. You can do it anywhere. Okay? You can do it anywhere.
You know, in between,
Okay.
some of them used to do this thing.
In this there are 2 things. One is rubbing the nails for hair fall. I wish I knew this earlier in my life. Okay? One is to activate energy channels in your body, that is this part. Then your nails should not touch. This should touch. The nails less, this part, this first fold. Above the cuticles. Above the cuticles. If you rub this, rub it slowly. Let's do an exercise. Let's rub it. Rub it slow. Yeah, yeah. No, this flesh part. Just above the. Rub it. Try to also get in your thumb. Don't leave the thumb out. Rub it. Okay. Try to start rubbing it faster. Rub it faster. Rub it faster. Rub it faster. Rub it fast. Both hands. Rub it faster. Use both your hands. Rub it faster. I will show you how energy feels to your palms now. Rub it faster. Both hands should move. Now slowly just drop your hand down and concentrate what happens on your fingers and palms. Relax. Do you feel any sensation on the palms and fingers? That's, yeah, because there are energy points here. Like I said, there are less energy points here, there are more energy points here. So when you do this, you are activating that energy. And that energy is so fast, it will not only reach up, it will also reach down to your fingertips, and then you feel those tingling and all that. Okay? So there are 2 ways, and that's how you grow your hair also. When you're rubbing your nails together, that's what happens. Okay? Is that fine? So do we have any questions before we leave? Anybody has any doubts?